Starting lineups tonight presented by CMHIceHockey.com for the Lake Superior State Lakers. At the forward positions, number 20, Jack Adams, 71, Braden Anderson, as well as out there, number 27, Giovanni Serratino, as well as Zach Jones and Alex French to pull up the D pairs. For the Chippewas, starting at forwards, number 10, Keelan Baker, joined outside there with Nathan Bottles, as well as his partners, Kyle Chapman, Sam Camara as well, and Reagan has the rest of our lineup. Yeah, that was...
We've got our lineups here tonight. It's Baker, Chapman, Bottles, Camara, and Nadu. Central Michigan will go from left to right across your radio dial wearing those gold home uniforms with maroon trim, maroon helmets, maroon pants, and gold socks. The Lakers will counter right to left wearing those royal blue uniforms with gold and white trim on the shoulders, blue helmets, blue pants, and blue socks. Starting netminders will be Joel Drucker making his first career start for Central Michigan University in net to our left. It'll be James Burton in net to our right with a bunch of CMU students behind him looking to make some noise and disrupt them. It'll be Nadu and Anderson, the two 71s in at center ice, and the puck is down. We are underway here at Martin Ice Arena in the Central Michigan University home opener for the 2022-23 campaign. Battling behind the goal, there's Camara, and it comes free to the side of the net where Joel Drucker will hold it. 17 seconds gone here in the opening frame.
Well, you'd think I'd know my own team at this point, right, Reagan?
Yeah,
really
we would expect that, yeah,
starting
man.
lineups there. Yeah, I really pitched that. Sorry, folks. But you know what? This top line right out here, Keelan Baker, Jay Nadu, and Nathan Bottles, this line really has now come together. And Keelan Baker moved up from the defensive spot. He's been playing as a defensive forward, not just from the first game of the season against Ferris State, but back to last season. It'll be interesting to see where he fits into this top line.
Chippewas move the puck into the offensive zone. Here's Nathan Bottles in the right circle. Down low to Nadu. He tried to work it back up top, but a loose puck bounced back onto the stick of Nadu. Whole circle up to the right point. Drop it off there for Clements. Clements left it there for Baker. Wrist shot. That was blocked out in front. Loose puck to the side of the net, and it comes free into the right wing corner. Battling it behind there is Serratino, and it comes to the left wing corner. Loose puck is chipped up and out of play, and a Laker, that's Jack Adams, gets decked there by Nathan Bottles, drawing some noise from the fans behind the Lake Superior net.
Yeah, good first pressure of the game, the top line out there. Keelan Baker let a shot go from the top of the point, really good on the netminder, just blocked to the outside. You're going to see that a lot. Central Michigan really wants to pressure the defensive lines of Lake Superior early and get pressure on the goaltender.
Gibbs, Porzondik, and Morgan, the offensive line out there for Central Michigan. The defensemen are Miller as well as Martin. Here's Porzondik in the half wall, rips it across the ice. It comes up, free to Martin at the right point. Martin tried to throw it down low. It skipped past Morgan, and it'll come free into the right wing corner. It was rolled up to the point. Christopher Martin lets a shot go. That deflected off of Isaac Gibbs out in front, and will skitter to the far half wall, where the Lakers will get it out. Back here in his own end, at his own blue line, is Christopher Martin.
That Martin being paired up with Austin Ritter tonight on the second defensive line. You know, Christopher Martin had a pretty solid first game, I thought. He was really getting in the passing lanes of the Ferris State Bulldogs tonight. Austin Ritter looking to have a comeback game. Struggled down low in his own end. We'll have to see if he bounces back here.
Gibbs' shot goes up and out of play, and it went off of the netminder Burton and out of play. So we'll have a draw to Burton's right in the Central Michigan offensive zone. A minute 52 gone here at Martin Ice Arena. Reagan Cleaves and Devin Sarah inside the broadcast booth. Derek Steele pushing the ones and twos. Matthew Ryder on the camera for us here tonight. Lake State controls off the draw and will move out right to left here in this opening period. They miscued on the pass, and they'll send it the length of the ice. Back in his own end is Andrew Siraki to play it. He's pushed to the boards there by Stephen Hines. Lake State controlling in the offensive end, but a pass intended for Christian Murphy goes too far. Now Keegan Moore, the stick slashed out of his hands. I am befuddled at why that wasn't called a penalty.
Yeah, tough start there. Keegan Moore having the slash, but really great speed from the third-year player, Keegan Moore. Really, I'm excited to see what he does back in his first game this season.
Johnson threw it out in front, trying to get the tip from Rychuk. Didn't go. Hayes from the left point. His shot was deflected into the right corner. 17:22 to go here in the opening period. Here's a long shot through traffic and a kick save there by Burton. Lake State controls, but Johnson poked the puck away. It comes free into the high slot where the Lakers are able to get it out. Up with speed down the right wing. Here's Siraki into the right corner. Siraki out in front. Intended there for Johnson. They couldn't connect. Lakers get it out. Look out. Here's Christian Murphy. Right circle. A shot that will roll in on Drucker, and he'll hold with 3:06 gone here in the opening period.
Yeah, and a good first look at Andrew Siraki, the new freshman from Northville, Michigan, getting a look at defense. He has to move back from being a forward due to the injury to Braden Keel. We saw him switch with Keelan Baker, who's now at the forward position on the top line, so a good start for him, and I'm excited to see what Siraki does at defense.
Luke Wild, the sophomore out of Detroit Catholic Central, was able to win that draw for Central Michigan. But the Chippewas turned it over and Lake State keeps it in. Now an outlet pass just skipped over the stick of Hayden Flynn, but he makes a nice effort to get down the ice and negate the icing. Puck popped in the air. Tyler Martin from a sharp angle was denied. Here's Brendan Clements swooping in from the left point. Had the puck poked away from him though, but good effort to get it right back. He threw it and it was deflected wide of goal. Martin behind the net. Tyler Martin will send it across for Clements. Clements in the slot, a shot blocked away. And the Lakers, it'll be taken here by Braden Heemer, but he was beaten to the puck, though, very quickly by Clements.
Yeah, solid first start for this fourth line, consisting of Hayden Flynn, Luke Wild, Sam Clements at defense. He had a really good practice this week, I thought. He's really good down low in front of the ice, a big body defender that'll block shots and clear pucks away for you. I thought his IQ was really smart. He sees the play develop before it happens. He's going to look at to be one of the top defensemen for the Chippewas this year, being a new player. Sam Clements had a good week, looking for a good night here today.
Man, Clements got the start last week against Ferris State. So it's good to see Tyler Cataline putting some faith in the rookies here at the start of this season. Oh, here's a shot that was deflected right in front by Zach Jones. Squeezing the pillows beneath him was Joel Drucker to hold on with 4:11 gone.
Joel Drucker, the second-year goaltender, making his first start of the season. He pitched a near shutout against U of M Flint. He came in after Thomas Rowe pitched the first part of that one. Or we should say the backup netminder at the time.
Almost got the win in that game. It was a 10-3 Central Michigan victory. Nathan Bottles on the exit was denied. Austin Ritter takes the puck off the shot from the Lakers and rims it around the boards. Kept in at the right point, and the Chippewas are able to get it out. Look out, here's Nathan Bottles. He's taken down, penalty upcoming. There goes Joel Drucker. Now they try the back door, and Jane Adu was denied by the left pad of Burton. A great save there by the netminder for Lake State, but it's a Central Michigan power play coming up as Bottles got tripped at the neutral zone.
Bottles going to work after the trip, delayed penalty, gets it right in front, backdoor for Jay Nadeau. Just a nice stop there by the Lake Superior State netminder, able to deny Nadeau. You know, he had a really good, solid finish of the season last year. Had a couple of goals during the MCHC playoffs. Jay Nadeau, as the junior this year, looking to step up for this team.
Here's Isaac Gibbs in the right circle. His shot, saving the rebound. Out in front, another kick save there by Burton. Comes free into the right wing corner. Chippewas are able to get it up top for Gibbs. Gibbs will hesitate down low to Baker. Baker in the circle, out in front, bouncing puck, and they score! 5 minutes into this one, Central Michigan is up 1-0.
Yeah, nice play there by Baker to get it on net. The rebound comes right to Nathan Bottles for his second goal at a CMU Chippewa. A great effort there to get the rebound. Really a strong play in front. We talked about the relentless pressure there for the first 5 minutes. It goes in favor of Central Michigan. They go up 1-0 just like that and get us started here in Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, Nathan Bottles, right place, right time for the second time, and his second goal as a Chippewa. Lake State can't win the draw, and they're forced to turn it over. Chippewas in the offensive end lose it, and here come the Lakers. Up the right wing, here's Seth Hill. He gets taken down. That's going to draw a penalty. Connor Morgan is going to head to the box for interference at 5:22.
Yeah, Hill moving over the blue line just really got on side, and Morgan trying to catch up with him just kind of got too much into it with his body there. The interference call going to be coming up here. The first penalty kill of the game. the penalties were a struggle for the Chippewas last week. 7 on the night. They went 6 for 7 on the penalty kill, but it's something this team has talked about cleaning up. Tyler Koff is the assistant captain for this team with the defensive pairings, and head coach Tyler Cataline wanted them to clean it up. We'll see if they can stay even right now on the 1-0 lead.
French's wrist shot went wide. It was scooped up in the corner. Up top for Adams, across to French. He'll let a shot go through traffic, bounced off the end boards, and the Chippewas are able to clear it down the ice. If they don't clear that, Saratino's got a wide open net off the carom.
There's a nice presence of Siraki to clear that puck away. Saw the forward coming at the left side of the net, trying to go back door, but he negated that, sent it the length of the ice. A great penalty kill so far with 1:26 left in it.
14:02 left in the period. Rychek lost his stick. Puck is free behind the goal. Here's Saratino. Works it free into the left wing corner. Rychuk taking to the boards. Now they throw it out in front off the pad of Drucker, and Keegan Moore clears it the length of the ice.
There's Keegan Moore out there. As we mentioned, one of the best penalty killers last season for the Chippewas, along with Ben Rychuk. That's the group that this team relies on to kill those penalties for them. Doing a nice job there once again.
Rimming it around the boards. There for the Lakers was Seth Hill. It comes free into the near corner as a result. 52 seconds to go in the man advantage. Central Michigan up 1-0. Look out, a pass intercepted. French steps into the right circle and rips it high. Keeping it into the point there was Goodrich. Around the boards, stepping in there, Seth Hill at the half wall, but good work by Central Michigan's Sam Camara to work it free and move it out to neutral ice. 29 seconds to go in the man advantage. Here's Goodrich rimming it around the boards from neutral ice. Austin Ritter takes the hit there, but works the puck free to Nadeau. Nadeau will take it and throw it down the ice once more. Good penalty kill here by the Chippewas, especially in this last minute.
Yeah, and I'm noticeably impressed by Austin Ritter right there. Really calm, poised on his side of the boards, trying to clear this puck away. He does. Last week he had kind of a trouble controlling pucks, settling down when they were on the penalty kill. That's a good start for Austin Ritter, a player trying to bounce back from, I would say, a tough game. A good start to his night here.
Central Michigan has successfully killed off that power play. They're 7 for 8 on the air. Now look out, stepping across the line. There was Adams. He let a soft shot go on Drucker, but he was able to collect it into the pads and hold on with 12:21 to go here in the opening frame.
Give credit to the Lakers here. Good pressure so far in the first couple of minutes. They got the puck deep into the zone. They entered fine and were able to control it at the point. They just haven't been able to get a great shot on net on Joel Drucker, who's seen it all and settled it down for his first couple saves of the night.
Isaac Gibbs just yanked a man down and did not get a penalty. They're letting him play here at Martin today. Speaking of Martins, here's Sam Camara, I got tripped up by the numbers again.
Yeah, folks, we'd like to remind you as well, the player numbers are actually a little bit skewed right now for the Chippewas, using old numbers from last year. Look out, Isaac Gibbs!
Now Gibbs, from a sharp angle, somehow stuck that puck in, and Central Michigan, with 2 goals in about 3 minutes, are up 2-0.
Rockstar angle clapper from the bottom of the left circle. Gets this one past the blocker side of the netminder. That is an amazing shot from Isaac Gibbs. I don't know how he got it in there so fine, but Isaac Gibbs, the star sophomore from Novi, Michigan, stepping up for his 3rd goal of the season. And how about that line of him stepping up there for the Chippewas?
Gibbs and Bottles, the line mates, scoring the first 2 Central Michigan goals. And I think that goal goes in because Burton doesn't have that near side post covered, and he isn't sealed tight to it. The Lakers will send this the length of the ice, and it's going to be icing here. 11:28 to go in the period. But that's a shot and an angle that, as a goaltender, you have to have. Goals that go in, especially off of your pad, you have to have on that post, and it didn't happen there for Burton. Draw to his right, won by Central Michigan. Here's Hayes' shot blocked away, and the Lakers cannot get it out, but the Chippewas may have hurt themselves.
Oh my goodness, huge hit between Keegan Moore and Seth Hill right over here at the Lakers blue line.
Keegan Moore wasting no time in making his physical presence known in his first game of the year. No, Ben Rychek took a step and fell just inside the right point.
Oh, look at Jay Nady smiling on the bench there. I'd laugh too if I was on that bench.
I think everybody had a laugh here at Marty, especially knowing Ben Rychuk, yeah.
The
fun-loving guy
from Granville, really has been a presence for this team for a long time. Actually, one of the assistant captains this year, Rychuk, one of those players we expect to clean up his acts this year is this one swallowed up, but we got some commotion in front.
Yeah, bit of commotion at the side of the net there of Burton, but he was able to find that puck and secure it and hold for the whistle.
Yeah, Ben Rychuk didn't have a lot of points last year, only 4 on the year. Had a team-leading 67 penalty minutes. That was more than triple Andrew Porzondik, who was a closer, I should say, Owen Campbell. But, I mean, that was Rychuk being a leader on this team. He's one of those enforcer guys. He's the type of man that will stand up for his teammates when it's needed, as that one's almost sailed out of the zone, but keeping it in there was...
Good keep there by Chris Martin. A shot from the left point. Ricochets behind the goal. Taking it there is Miller. It did Flynn in the slot, and it's deflected up and out of play off of a Lake State stick. So it'll stay in the offensive zone here for CMU with 10:13 to go.
That was a nice feed from, I believe, Wild there. Getting it on Hayden Flynn. You know, I had to take a class with him here at CMU, and he was telling me earlier this week, you know, I'm expecting to score this week. That fourth line obviously going to the work, had a great look right there. Just couldn't get it past the blocker side.
And they'll probably get a ton of work here tonight as Central Michigan playing a team in Lake State that hasn't won in its club's history. So expect that fourth line for CMU to get a lot of playing time against these Lakers.
As we mentioned, Reagan, it's so important to spread the wealth tonight, especially because getting in the early stage of the year, we wouldn't call this necessarily a tune-up, but when you have to play harder opponents like University of Michigan and Florida Gulf Coast, you want all 4 of your lines to be firing on all cylinders. Obviously, head coach Tom Ketteline and assistant coach Austin Whaley trying to do that here tonight.
Here's Camara letting a shot go from the slot, deflected wide, and Bottles couldn't hold it at the line, so he'll work back to neutral ice. 9:50 to go here in the opening period. Bottles working in, puts a backhand on from a tight angle, and it was put wide. Nadeau down in the corner. Battling for it there with Adams behind the net. Clements on the near half wall. Left it off for Bottles. Across there for Camara. Camara rims it around the boards. Nadeau behind the net. Central Michigan dominating the early stages of this game, and Baker ripped one wide. Good work there by Baker to pickpocket his man. He slides it over to Clements. Clements works down into the circle. He'll work it back up top for Camara. Camara at the left point. Holds there, sends it across for Baker. It was deflected past him. Another puck thrown out in front. Baker gets it to the right point. He'll work into the slot and fire a shot, and he scores! That made it through the wickets of James Burton. And with 11:01 gone here in the first, CMU is up 3-0.
Baker kind of lets a saucer go through onto the pad of Burton, and that one just trickled through his butterfly there. That was really more on, I would say, the goaltender than Baker's shot, but still, nonetheless, the captain stepping up here for his second goal of the season, and he had one the other night, or last weekend against Ferris State, and once again producing here.
Charlie Hayes off the face-off and neutral ice. His pass was deflected. Look out, here come the Lakers. Drucker was off his angle, but he was able to collect that carom and hold for a whistle with 8:47 to go in the first.
Fans, don't forget that the CMU Club Hockey Network YouTube channel is your one-stop shop for highlights, exclusive interviews, and full game broadcast for men's D3 and women's D2 hockey. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so as to never miss a moment of Chippewa hockey. Just go to YouTube and search CMU Club Hockey Network to find the channel. CCHN, your home for Chippewa hockey.
As Devin mentioned, CCHN at the beginning of the women's season is now their flagship for all games. Catch all the CMU D2 women's hockey here on CCHN. Matthew Ryder, our cameraman, and Derek Steele, our producer here this evening, are going to have the call for you tomorrow when they take on Michigan State. Now a shot blocked there by Lake State, and Charlie Hayes will have to come back into his own end to collect. Over the line, here's Morgan. Morgan had the puck knocked away from him, and here come the Lakers back the other way. 7:50 to go here in the first period, and a long shot there by Unzicker. It was gloved down by Drucker, but he let it go, and we keep playing. Here's Rychuk. over the line, steps into the left circle, wheels around the outside to the backhand. And Burton was able to poke that puck free and hold on to it with 7:34 to go in the first.
You know, this is a Ben Rychuk that I haven't seen before. Really using his speed and mobility to stick handle around defenders and get to the net. He just couldn't get the pass the blocker side, but that's a great move by Rychuk to go hard in the net. If he wants to have more production, he has to keep doing stuff like that this year.
Rychuk using his size and his physicality to ward off the pressure from the Lakers defenseman. Now here's Hines over the line right side for the Lakers. He'll step in with a shot that went over the goal of Drucker. Picking up the loose puck, here's Saratino behind the net. Martin poked it free to Rychuk across the way. Rychuk throws it up and it hit the netting. So the Chippewas will have a draw in their own end for, the second time in this period?
So far, but Lake State getting the face-off here. This is really a crucial face-off here. I talked about how they worked on face-offs all this week during practice, notably Julian Johnson, the second-year transfer player from Adrian's Division II team. Let's see if he can win it here.
Johnson tied up his man, so job done there for the CMU center. Hines, though, worked the puck free for the Lakers. Chippewas aren't able to get it out, kept into the right point by Adams. He let a shot go that trickled in on Drucker. And the left-handed netminder for CMU holds on.
We talked about last season the notable departures, the 9 seniors. One of those was Joey Simon-Selly, a notable face-off man for them. Won over 60% of their draws last season, and that's something they mightily miss. They're going to need to be better, as we mentioned, on face-offs, especially in their own zone. Julian Johnson doing a decent job there, I thought, but they're going to need more consistency on all 4 fronts.
Look out, here's Luke Wild over the line right side, into the circle, trying to cut to the slot, but it was knocked away from him. Swooping in, here's Miller to pick up the loose puck, rims it around the boards. Austin Ritter holds. He'll let a shot go wide, well wide of goal. Martin kept it into the right point. Thrown around the boards across the way. Saratino couldn't handle the puck. Ritter steps into one from the left point, and it ripped wide. Now look out, here come the Lakers. Stephen Hines over the line left side. He dropped it back there for Anderson. Anderson threw it out in front. Alex French with a shot. That was blocked. Now the Chippewas flip it on ahead, too far for Andrew Miller, wearing the jersey last year of Austin Whaley, who now is behind the bench for Central Michigan.
Hey, good patience there by Miller, though. The extra skater tonight for the Chippewas, as in the ACHA, you can't have all 4 lines and an extra forward, so Miller getting that position tonight. He did a good job staying patient right here with his man. Stayed all the way past the blue line and got the transition going the other way. Really strong start for him.
Puck is worked out there by the Lakers. 5:38 to go here in the opening period. Central Michigan up 3 off of goals from Bottles, Gibbs, and Baker. Around the outside of the net, Bottles trying to feed one out in front. Wouldn't work. Now a puck to the side of the net, and Burton will hold on. Right in the face of Nathan Bottles with 5:24 to go in the first.
Bottles getting the whole defense to shift to his side. They know he has the speed, the vision, and certainly the IQ to get around them. But what that does is it creates options. You're going to look for this all season long. The transfer from Arcadia University's NCAA Division III team making moves out there, and he can really make defenders get to him and give options to other forwards, especially on that top line. I expect Bottles to be a big producer for this team.
Off the tie up in the left circle, Chippewas come out with it and a shot off the iron. Here's Clements working down into the right corner there with Nathan Bottles. Bottles steps in on a tight angle, loose puck to the side of the net, and the Lakers are able to clear it down the ice. Icing is waved off. Keelan Baker back there to play it for CMU with 5:02 to go in the opening frame. Across the way, here's Nathan Bottles over the line. Bottles toe drags into the circle, lost the puck, gets it back though in the corner. Jay Nadeau behind the net, worked it free to Baker. Baker threw it out in front. Nobody in a gold sweater was in front, and so the Lakers work out with it. 4:42 to go here in the first. Fans, stay with us for the first intermission report. Devin Sarah will have that for you coming up in a couple of minutes. We'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard as well as recap a good first period here for CMU. Nadeau reaches the red line and wraps it around the boards. Back in the right corner. Morgan digging in there for CMU. He's able to work it free. Up at the right point, they battle for it there. Andrew Siraki doing a good job to keep that puck in. Puck is still free. It's controlled in the corner by Porzondik out in front for Siraki. He fanned on it. Gibbs throwing it out in front. Nobody there for CMU.
A forward at heart, Siraki right there for the one-timer. Just barely missed on it. We mentioned how he went back to the defensive spot for this game in place of Keelan Baker, who now moves up to that top line, and for the injured Braden Keel. Just had that right in his seam, just barely missed on that one. Boy, oh boy, if they can get that more to him in the low slot area, look out, because he's got a dangerous one-timer, it looks like.
Yeah, certainly does. CMU guilty of a hand pass at neutral ice, so the draw will come back into their end. To the right of Joel Drucker, who's had a solid first period. He's had a couple of challenging shots from the Lakers, but he stood tall and made a couple of good saves.
Yeah, we'll wait for the official report coming up in the intermission report, but Joel Drucker having a solid start. He's gloved pucks down when he's needed to. He's seen a couple of dangerous shots, notably early in the start of the first period, but I've liked his poise so far. As we mentioned, this year is going to be, in these first 5 games, an intense goaltender battle to see who gets the starting nod between Lauren Jones, Elijah Jones, and Joel Drucker. And for Joel, being the elder statesman goaltender, in my mind, the oldest of the 3, he really has to show that he can be that calm presence in front of the net. That's something they need, and they miss dearly with Thomas Rove departing this squad. So Joel Drucker is so far handling his own right now in a 3-0 bout.
Half the reason that there is such an intense goaltending battle is that the 2 big netminders for CMU last year, Colin Smith and Thomas Rove, look out! CMU is up 4-0 now, as Burton struggled to pick up that clearing attempt, and it looks like Isaac Gibbs has lit the lamp once again for CMU here with under 4 to play.
Lightning McQueen, Kutchow, Isaac Gibbs with the speed to go to the net and really flip this one over the goaltender, Burton. That is an excellent goal scorer's goal there by Isaac Gibbs, taking it on his own, going unassisted really, just getting hard to the net with his speed. Makes this a 4-0 game for Central Michigan. What a play by the second-year forward.
And another bit of a lackadaisical play by Lake State. That pass, or that chance was generated by a pass that was just too far out of the reach for Connor Morgan. Now a shot from the right half wall, went behind the goal. Moore out in front, intercepted here by Hines. Hines moves it up right wing. There for Adams over the line. Adams steps into the shot, and Drucker holds on for the whistle with 2:57 to go.
Really a solid start, and we could say more than solid. 4-0 is nothing to say solid about. It is an excellent start for CMU because of their poise defensively. They've been able to hold off Lake State when they needed to in their own end, and they're just going to the net hard. They're getting pucks on the net. They're understanding that Burton has had trouble getting pucks on rebounds, notably, and scooping them up. So an impressive start, really, and you gotta love that as a CMU fan, especially early in the season, trying to get their legs under them and go up 2-0 in the year.
Moore. An outlet pass here to Reichuk. He'll gain the red line and dump it in. Turn on the jets to try and beat his man to it. But Seth Hill got there first, and Hill gets decked by Reichuk. And he broke his stick. He has to go to the bench to grab a new one. Instead, Reichuk's just going to step onto the bench, having broken the first twig of the year for CMU. Now the Chippewas throw it out in front. Burton kicked it away. Rebound comes to the far side. Working down from the left point, here's Camara. He lost control of the puck, and here come the Lakers right to left. Good back check there by Camara to work that puck free and force the turnover. Clements in the left corner worked it free up. French intercepted it. They throw it out in front, and Jones reaching out with the blocker. A lucky save as it goes off of his stick and out of play on the Sorrentino shot.
Yeah, Drucker extending. We know he's a goaltender that likes to move around a lot, and he had to do it right there to keep that one out of the back of the net with 2 or 3 left in this first period. I'm impressed right there. That's probably Joel Drucker's best save so far in this hockey game.
I think it's more luck than anything. He just had his stick up in the air and it hit it, and as a goaltender, I don't think he saw that one coming from the right circle. Loose puck in the right corner. Here's Gorney in for the Lakers. Gorney works it free. Tyler Martin, though, intercepted it and poked it out to center. Gorney showing some speed to get back. Oh! And stepping into his man, there was Tyler Martin at neutral ice, forcing a turnover here for CMU.
Tyler Martin's not the biggest guy, but he made himself look good right there.
Yeah, he's left circle a shot, blocked out in front, and the Lakers get it out. Here's Stephen Hines. Man back for CMU is Siraki. Hines over the line right side, steps into the shot, kicked away by Drucker. Lining up on Wild, there was Jones. Wild saw it all the way and smartly stepped away from it. 1:17 to go here in the opening period. CMU on fire. 4-0 here at Martin Ice Arena.
That's a great play for Tyler Martin. You know, I really didn't see him play that much during the Ferris State game, but he really made his presence known right there. The transfer from Oakland University. He's a second-year player, Shelby Township. He's looking to do more this year with this fourth-line group. And Martin coming from a pretty, I wouldn't say abysmal Oakland University group, but one that certainly wasn't anything to roam home about, coming to a CMU team and trying to make his presence known right there. That's what we mean by spreading the wealth. It's not just the scoring, but the physicality right there. Tyler Martin showing it.
Martin took the year off last year, played the year prior on Oakland's D1 squad. Still in the ACHA, but coming back after taking a year off from hockey, much like Ben Reichuk did last season, along with Jacob St. Andre after taking the COVID year off. So both of those players were valuable assets for CMU last season, and Reichuk continues to be one here after St. Andre aged out. Under 30 to go here in the opening frame. CMU up 4-0. Look out, Baker stole the puck in the slot, threw one on goal, but it was blocked in front by Goodrich. Now Baker again, a shot blocked away by Burton, rebound into the corner. 15 to go. Lakers have control. Outlet pass intended here for Adams, and he'll take it, throw it down the ice. Icing waved off. Austin Ritter back there with Unzicker behind the net as time will expire on the opening period. Central Michigan scoring 4 goals and out to a big lead at the end of 20 minutes. We'll step aside. Devin Sarah will have the intermission report when we come back. Back with more in a moment here on CCHN.
Back with you inside Martin Ice Arena between Central Michigan and Lake Superior State. All Central Michigan right now on top 4-0. Good evening, everybody. Devin Sarah here for your first period intermission report presented by CMHIceHockey.com. Central Michigan, 4 unanswered goals to start this one. They started off early in the first period at 5 minutes with Nathan Bottle scoring his second goal of his career in the ACHA and the first of this game on a power play goal scored on a quick rebound that came off the goaltender Burton. It was later opened up by Isaac Gibbs, who scored his second of the year, just squeezing it past the right pad once again for a bang-bang play. And 3 minutes later, Keelan Baker, the captain for Central Michigan, started it up with another rebound, trickled through the butterfly of the goaltender and made its way into the back of the net. And finally, Isaac Gibbs outpacing the defense to get to the front of the net on a snapshot past the right blocker side for his third of the season. Isaac Gibbs opening up the scoring. Reagan's Light the Lamp doing really well so far, getting him 4 points on the night. So with that, what happened? Central Michigan started off a little bit, I would say, lackluster. They got deep into the zone and had some shots on net, but it was getting blocked in front by Lake Superior State defenders. Once they just kept pressuring, getting pucks on net, Burton couldn't control the rebounds, and they just went to the blades of the forwards to get it past him and open up the scoring chances, and the floodgates really came open from there. Central Michigan entered this game off of a 4-1 victory against Ferris State. They matched their goaltender from last week, their goal total from last week. Lake Superior State, a struggling club, comes into Mount Pleasant 0-21 in their club's history, 0-2 on the season to start, and another tough outing it looks to be for the Lakers here. But not all hope is lost. 2 minutes still to go. 2 periods still left to go in this one, so we'll see if the Lakers can do anything with that. Your final shots for that one, unofficially 16 in favor of Central Michigan, 7 in favor of Lake Superior State. Key takeaways from that one. The face-off looked a lot better. Julian Johnson notably was much more poised in the face-off circle, along with Jay Nadeau. The forwards on the top 2 lines really stepping up. Keelan Baker, as we mentioned in the pregame show, moved back to the forward position from his spot on defense in place of the injured Braden Keelb. He's having himself a night, and it looks like solidifying himself on that top line, along with Bottles and Nadeau. And for a group that's looking to solidify those top 2 lines, Isaac Gibbs, Andrew Porzondik, as well as Connor Morgan, the first-year player, all of them are playing stout. But the third and fourth lines getting involved. Keegan Morris had some good looks, as well as Ben Rychuk, Hayden Flynn, and Andrew Siraki almost had a goal in this one. So still much more to come here through the 2 more periods in this one, and we'll see if Central Michigan can even their goal total into the second period. This has been your CMHIceHockey.com first intermission report. We'll be back for second period action here from Mount Pleasant. Central Michigan on top 4-0 over the Lakers.